the way it's going, the poet saying the truth. Is the poet saying the truth? Its eyes are too far from the ground. Zebra is like a horse. But the poet says, when the zebra says it is his right to lead, the pack points to the duplicity of his stripes. Zebra is an animal that has black and white. Zebra says, I want to lead. The pack says, hey, this one that has black and white, these are dubious leaders. We don't know their true nature. We don't know whether they are black or white. That is the problem. So if you look at this point, we just round it off, you will see that the poets use what we call creative diction. All the words in the poem, if you go and be looking for them in the dictionary, you will not see any meaning. You go to lion and say a lion is a wild animal that eats. The lion is a, you will just get confused. So connotative diction, the words whose meaning are different from the ones in the dictionary. So that poem is a perfect example. Then, talking about diction, we have what we call simple diction. The simple diction is used in a poem whose words are very easy to understand. Anybody can read and understand without you having to consult the dictionary. You don't need dictionary. Twinkle little star, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so like a diamond in the sky. Simple is star and star is star. You understand? You don't need to look for one meaning in one dictionary or say, hey, this word is too difficult, I don't understand. Then we have the complex diction. Complex diction. The complex diction. Complex diction. Now, the complex diction is employed in poets when the words used in that poem is very difficult to understand by an average. Do you understand? As you are reading a poem with complex diction, keep your dictionary by your side. Keep your dictionary by your side, because you need to open them for look meanings up for you to understand what is happening. Oleshenka in his poem, Night, he said, Night. He said, to the exacerbation of you. How did he do it? He said, okay, your hand is heavy, night, upon my brow. I bear no mercury, I bear no heart, mercury like the cloud, to the exacerbation of your subtle plow. You see that kind of issue. If you are an average reader, the way I've just said this now, you cannot understand the way I did leader and the led. I mean, the way I did the government driver on his retirement. You understand? Night, your hand is heavy, night, upon my brow. Night, you always make me sleep. Anytime you come, your hand is heavy upon my brow. It presses it. I bear no heart, make it look like the cloud, to dare extent of your stock to plow. I don't have mind like the cloud that is always bright. Do you understand? To face you if you hit me. He said, woman as a clown, I saw a jealous eye quench this incessant. This guy is a kind of wonderful human. Look at this choice of words. That's his own style too. That's what we call complex diction. Then we move on to another one. We see the one we call colloquial diction. Colloquial diction. Colloquial diction. See that? Colloquial diction. This type of diction is used when the author uses pidgin expression in his work. Uses pidgin in his work. That is the use of colloquial diction. When an urban poet passes his across the people in pidgin, that's colloquial diction. That's informal expressions. That's colloquial diction. And the final one here is called local color. That is local color. When a poet uses local color. When a poet uses local color, diction, then that poet is using vernacular. The poet is expressing himself using the local language to express himself. That's why when I talked about traditional poems, I said traditional poems must have some elements, their local dialect, to show where the poem is coming from. That is traditional poem. So that vernacular is used in a poem with local color. To bear that in mind. Move on to hyperbole. Jesus. Hyperbole of exaggeration. Hyperbole is a figure of exaggeration. You don't have a pen. Oh. Hyperbole is a figure of exaggeration. It is used when an overstatement is involved. When an overstatement is involved. You see? As a figure of speech when there's an exaggeration. When you try to overstate something, sake of emphasis. You understand? You try to overstate for the sake of emphasis. Yes, you're just trying to emphasize a point. An example can be, forgive me. Hyperbole. Trying to, I can say such a thing. Just like a teacher trying to scold a student some hours ago. The student would have said, just forgive me. I know that 10,000 options are not such what how I've hurt you. Yeah. That is, she didn't say that. But there was another one that also did the same kind of mistake earlier. And she came herself. And she said, I'm sorry. Forgive me. I know that I've erred, but let's keep moving. That's the way you present those things, Small thing, make it look as if it's big. The person you tell is okay, this one has sense. Do you have trouble? Do you have? So that if you start, do you have trouble? Let me start run. Although on the normal ground I saw you, I know you have trouble. Me, I know. You're just pretending, trying to bottle up the trouble, but that trouble should come out. It's God, ha. So hyperbole. Okay, I think I skipped euphemism. We'll talk about it. So hyperbole is a figure of speech used when an overstatement is involved. Now let's see euphemism. As a figure of speech, euphemism is used when a harsh statement is presented in a mild form. A harsh statement is presented in a mild form. Or you can simply say an unpleasant statement is presented in a pleasant form. That's euphemism. An unpleasant statement is presented in a pleasant form. So, look at it. When you look at some statements, most time euphemism, we look at, if you look at the death of someone, the demise of someone, don't just calm down. Your father cannot die. Your father did not die. Your father just giving you the chance to represent him for a while. And he's going to come back to you. I bet you. Can you please bet with me? I bet you you're going to see your father one day. How will I see? Give him some time. He just had to rest a little. He'll come back. Are you assuring me? I'm telling you, I don't tell lies. If you know me, since you've known me, have I ever deceived you? I said, no. I'm telling you that I will do all I can to bring your father back. Are you okay now? When will you be? Just give me time. That's the way I do my thing. But the next 2 weeks, you see your father back. What's in the mortuary right now? I said in the next 2 weeks. Just if you can wipe your tears right now. The next 2 weeks. Just leave him, let him rest a little. The next 2 weeks, you see your father back. You know? That's why Chinedu in his poem says, sorry, Booze and Booze, celebrating the celebration of his retirement. On his way home on wheel, Booze is vision and clear judgment. And he boomed his brand new car. And it sent him home to rest in peace. That's euphemism. It's not as harsh as he boomed his brand new car. Killed him, destroyed him, now he's in hell. So that's that. You know. Move over to the next one. Invective. When you see the word invective or invecture, invective in literature is used when you use abusive words in a work of art. You see, you use some harsh word, abusive word to insult people. Maybe characters can do that in the play. Poets can do that in their own work. You see it, you use some of those kind of words in your work. That is called invective. You understand me? Let me see if I have. We are the natives. Shola Owonibi, homeless, not hopeless. We are the natives of the streets. The beggars are talking. Hold up under bridges. We are necessary. Major parts of your existence. Beggars are saying it. Is it true? The beggars say, come. We are natives of the streets. Sleep in the street. Hold up under bridges. Sleep on that bridge. We are necessary. We are major parts of your existence. True of us. You need the beggars in your life. You need the beggars in your life. Without the beggars, you will not grow. The beggars